Here I am on my morning walk with Molly, and I figured I'd go over what I usually do when I walk her, and that's try and identify the weeds. This neighbor's yard is kind of cut, so it's kind of hard to see anything in here. The first thing we can do is see all those little white flowers? We have more white flowers over here. This is Florida Pulsea, also known as Florida Snow, because it creates like the snow effect on the ground with all the flowers. They're pretty useful for butterflies that like it, good pollinators. Plus, you apparently can eat them in a salad. Okay, I'm not seeing any buttonweed, but one way you can tell that it is Florida Pulsea is the shape of the flowers. See, the buttonweed will usually have 4 petals, whereas the Pulsea will have about 5 or 6. Here we have some nutsedge. By the looks of it, it's the yellow nutsedge. You can tell by this top here. If we pick it, you'll have this sort of triangular stem. Can't really see it on this one, really. So, if you get into the roots of this, it has an interesting flavor. I think it would be good if you were to dry it and powderize it, put it into a soup or a stew. It looks like Molly found some stuff that she thinks is edible. Hard to say, but looks like we have some purslane right here. That's definitely edible. Here we have some sand spurs. They are edible, though I wouldn't recommend keeping them around. It's best to pull them up by the root instead of trying to cut them, because that will spread the seeds. Careful, Molly. These things can be really sharp and hurt to step on. Let's get away from this before Molly gets them on her. And with sand spurs, the way you handle them to eat is you burn off the spurs. And if you're going to be eating anything off the ground that's low, especially in an environment where you're not entirely certain of, always make sure to wash it off thoroughly, because you never know what could have been on it.